the microwave, and I want to address that first by saying to you that Tupperware has a microwave line. It is a Class 7 plastic, and it is approved for use in the microwave by the US FDA and Health Canada and the Japanese Ministry for Health, Labor, and Welfare, and I can't remember the name of it, but the European FDA and also the UK FDA. We have never, ever been asked to take our product off the line. We have never, ever been asked to reformulate our product in any way. So rather than wait until you have a million questions and putting yourself on the spot, you may want to preempt and just let people know. A, we're aware that there have been questions. And B, we're concerned about your health and safety. But we have never been asked to take our product off the market. Why do you think that is? Because this is the finest piece of plastic to put in the microwave on Earth. That's it. Tupperware quality is second to none, and none is even nearly second. So my next question is, why would you want something like this to put in your microwave? You are going to love having this for your home. And let me start with those of us who like our gravy/tomato sauce.
Very good, Carolyn.
Why would you want a rock and serve for your gravy/tomato sauce? Because it doesn't stain. Thank you. It doesn't stain. So suppose Leslie she has the whole family recipe for the gravy, but she doesn't want to put it in her Class 5 plastic because when the Class 5 plastic is touched by the hot sauce, it can stain. Not my rock and serve. Not my bend and serve, I should say. So suppose Leslie makes the family sauce. She puts it in here. She can freeze it into a nice solid cube. It's never going to stain. She can pop it back. She can pop it back into the microwave. She can take this little vent right here, and she can warm it up. There is a fill line, and you would never want to go beyond that fill line because it will expand in the freezer. So you want to keep it just there, so that when it goes into the freezer, it doesn't expand so much that it pops the top off. When it's in the microwave, you want it to bend up. When it's in your freezer, you just gently push it down. Now, I was amazed the first time I used this rock and serve then, but it's bend and serve now, that I could put something in the microwave and I could take it out, and the handles, they never get hot. And the feet on the bottom, they also never get hot. So you can take it out of your microwave, and of course you're going to peel it away from you because it is 500-degree equivalent of 100% power in your microwave. So you're going to open it away from yourself, but then you can put it on the table, put a spoon in it, let your children serve themselves. And suppose you have leftovers and your child hasn't double dipped. Suppose you have leftovers, you put the seal back on, you put your vent down, you put it back in the freezer because this piece of plastic is so dense and so stable that it can go from the microwave to the table and to the freezer. And wait, have you washed a dish yet? No. How efficient can that be? No leftovers. Because you always want to put your leftovers in the freezer and not the refrigerator. Do you know why that is? Because no matter how hard you try, you can't promise you're going to use it in the refrigerator. If you want to save money using your Tupperware, you put your leftovers in the freezer. You never know when someone's going to add a little something to your schedule. All your leftovers in the freezer. And this is your product to put into your freezer. So stable. Now let me ask you something else. I have a lot of customers who would say, you know what, I like to use my Pyrex. And I kind of frown on that. And I always ask them, when you use your Pyrex, is the center warm? No, the center's not warm. Why? The microwaves can't get to the center. That flat bottom is preventing the microwaves from giving you even heating. The feet raise up the container. The microwaves can get in and up. Now you have even heating. That is so much more tasteful, isn't it? You don't have to worry about constantly stirring, putting it back in for a minute or two. No, these feet are taking care of that for you. They're letting the microwaves get under and up and give you nice, even heating. Why else might you not want to use a Pyrex? Well, suppose you have carpal tunnel. Suppose you have arthritis. They are very heavy, are they not? You fill that up with your lasagna. It is so heavy. The vent and serve is very lightweight. And so it's a pleasure to take it above your head, into the microwave and out. I mean, does anybody have a microwave that's up here? recommend you use a transparent version of it. But we never had that problem because we use only the finest dyes on earth. We have never been asked to pull a product for lead content in our dyes. So that is just a few of the reasons why I love the line. But I'm going to give you my favorite of all. And it's usually in a container about this size. I'm not as good a cook as my mother was. My mother always used to put dinner on the table, and we would have our starch and our meat and our vegetables, and they would all be steaming at the same time. Well, I was married a good 12 years before I got them to steam at the same time, and that was only because I became a Tupperware lady and I came to my trainings, which, by the way, our trainings are free. And in case you're interested and you wonder how I learned all this stuff, come with me and I'll show you. But I had to learn not to make the vegetables too soon. And the heat and serve, then it was the rock and serve, and now it's the vent and serve. It really helped me with that because I could make my starch and I could make my meat and they'd be nice and warm. And while they were just finishing on the stovetop or on the oven, I would take my frozen vegetables, I would pop them in here, I would pull the top up so that I could vent them so that the steam could release. And then in 4 minutes, or if it was fresh vegetables, maybe it would be 6 minutes, I would have a perfectly hot vegetable put on the table. I was so excited. I'm like, yeah, Mom, you see this? It took me all that time to not overcook my vegetables, to not drown my vegetables in water, and to have them at the same temperature as the rest of the meal. So